Hello everyone. This is switch gear and protection. Code is EU701. As your all previous subject, these are 3 lectures per week. Evaluation scheme 15 marks for CT1, 15 marks for CT2, 10 marks for teachers assessment and 16 marks for end semester examination. Total marks 100. This you know. Duration of ESC, this also you know, but now for this semester how your end semester examination will get conducted I don't know, so I can't say anything about this. Coming to our subject, switch gear and protection. This subject is actually basic of electrical engineering, because when we consider the equipment, definitely we need to protect that equipment, or we need to protect the parts related to that equipment. So this subject plays a very important role in electrical engineering, as it is combined with and switch gear and protection. So there are two parts, switch gear and protection. Switch gear means it is a switch, while protection is the processing part which makes switch on or off. So definitely we will study first protection and then switch gear. In your syllabus we have first as circuit interruption, that means it is related with switch gear. How that circuit get interrupted, that is circuit breaker control circuit, how fault get clear, then how auto recloser works, arc phenomena, properties and interruption theories. Low resistance interruption, high resistance interruption, AC circuit breakers, how arc get interrupted in AC circuit breakers, transient recovery voltage, rate of rise of discharging voltage, rate of rise of TRV, factors affecting TRV ratings. In this part we have 20% problems. Okay, so this part have problem related with the rate of rise of discharging voltage, TRV. Inductive and capacitive current interruption, current chopping, these all consist of how the current get interrupted in circuit breaker. Means a circuit breaker working principle is explained in this current interruption. Second unit contains fuses. This part, this is your assignment. This HRC fuses, which is KitKat fuse, and rewirable fuse, that you have to do yourself. This is, you can consider this is your first assignment. Then, as already in first unit we have studied circuit interruption, means principle of working of circuit breaker. Principle of working of circuit breaker remains same for all circuit breakers. Here we have air brake, air blast, minimum oil, SF6, vacuum. 1 2 3 4 5 types of circuit breaker. Principle of operation remains same, only the medium by which arc get extinguished changes. In air we have air as a extinguishing medium in air. This is again air brake, blast. Blast means force of air. Again circuit interruption is by air. In minimum oil, oil is the interruption medium. In SF6, sulfur hexafluoride gas is extinguishing medium. In vacuum, vacuum is extinguishing medium. That means extinguishing medium changes in this all circuit breakers. Okay, but while working principle remains same. Then miniature, earth leakage and molded case circuit breakers, types, constructional features, operation and application. These we have to study in third unit. Okay, now in this, as everything remains same, so as this part is second, so I will cover this part later on. First will cover, or we are going to study, first part is relaying principle. Relaying principle means, as I told, the switch get operated by a what you call it as a, by a force. That force is by relay. So what is relay? Relay is a sensing element which senses changes in the electrical parameters. We have many electrical parameters. You have to answer this question. I will ask what are the various electrical parameters that you need to answer. So that in that relaying principle, what are the components, how you will sense that electrical parameters, what are the features, what are the characteristics, terminology, CTs and PTs, what is the role of CTs and PTs, that we need to study. Then relay classification, how relay get classified depending upon the sensing parameter, depending upon the construction, depending upon the working. So relay classification we have to study. Basically we have overcurrent, differential and distance. Directional is a part of this overcurrent. So basically we have overcurrent, differential and distance protection. Their types, constructional features and operation, characteristics and application we need to study in fourth unit. In fifth unit, as we have already studied all relays, types of relay. So where we can apply that relay, to which equipment we can apply that relay, that we need to study in our fifth unit. That is protection of transmission line, protection of transformers, motors, generator and buses. Which type of protection scheme is applicable for which equipment, that the idea you will get in this fifth unit. Here, while looking to the equipment, you will be able to tell which type of relay is suitable for this equipment. Okay, which type of faults are there, in which for that we require protection, that also we need to study in this unit. Now sixth, last unit is modern trends in power system protection. As I told you, relays classified in different types. So earlier in evolution of relay we have electromagnetic, then static, then microprocessor. Nowadays we are having numerical relay. Numerical relay means the processing is done fast, so they are called as fast acting relays. So in this last unit we need to study, or we are going to study, introduction of numerical relay, block diagram of numerical relay, characteristic relation, how overcurrent can be seen, how overcurrent relay, directional relay, differential relay and distance relay can be seen in numerical relay. That we are going to study in last unit. Now this is all about your switchgear and protection. Books recommended are B. Ram, Ravindranath Chandar, Y.G. Paitankar. These are the test book, while reference book are this. Van Warrington, Ozan Iyer, Slabikov. These are the some reference book. You will get your syllabus in these three test books. Okay. Now as I told, in this we are going, instead of starting with circuit interruption, we'll start from fourth unit, that is relaying principle. First we'll study relay, Then how relay gives signal to the circuit breaker so that circuit breaker operate, because circuit breaker is only a switch which closes and opens depending upon the signal given by the relay. So definitely relay is operating force which operates the circuit breaker, and in circuit breaker till nowadays there is no evolution from 1916s. But while in relays we have earlier evolutions are there: electromagnetic, static, microprocessor, numerical. So numerical last is, nowadays we are having numerical relay. So processing part is faster because there is involvement of DSPs, digital signal processing, or earlier we have analog signals, now we have numerical signal or signal in terms of digits. So that means it can be processed fast, so processing is fast, so we are using numerical relay. While characteristics, principle, everything remains same, so we have to study everything. Thank you.